present perfect or present perfect continuous. Assalamu alaikum everyone, and welcome to this grammar session on English tenses. This video is about comparison of present perfect and present perfect continuous tense. Alright, let's begin it and let's talk about these two important tenses in English. Remember, the only similarity in between these two tenses is they are both called present. And in some more cases they are similar, but they have differences. We need to understand where to use present perfect and where to use present perfect continuous. Alright. Firstly, present perfect has a different structure. Present perfect continuous has a different structure. They both have their own structures. In the present perfect, we use the auxiliary verb to have. It means have or has plus the third form of the verb or verb 3. And in present perfect continuous tense, we use the auxiliary verb to have plus the auxiliary verb to be. The third form of to be verb, it means been plus present participle form of the verb or ing form of the verb. We call it also present participle. Have or has plus been plus verb ing. Alright, here I have written a couple of sentences. The first one, I have done. It is present perfect, and I have been doing present perfect continuous. We have done present perfect. We have been doing present perfect continuous. You have done present perfect. You have been doing present perfect continuous. They have done present perfect. They have been doing present perfect continuous. He has done present perfect. He has been doing present perfect continuous. She has done present perfect. She has been doing present perfect continuous. It has done present perfect. It has been doing present perfect continuous. Alright, so this is the structure of present perfect and present perfect continuous. This is the way we form them. Now, we are coming to the concept and the usage of these two tenses and the difference of these two tenses, where to use them. Alright, so we talked about the structure of present perfect and the present perfect continuous tense, how to form these two tenses. Now we are coming to the usage and the concepts of present perfect and present perfect continuous tense and the differences between these two tenses. Alright, let's begin. Present perfect talks about a completed action. Talks about what? A completed action. Present perfect continuous talks about an incompleted action. So let's come to these examples. Students have written their homework. It's a completed action. Students have written their homework. It means the action is no longer available, no longer ongoing in the present. It's a completed action with present perfect. Students have been writing their homeworks for 5 hours. So the action is still ongoing and it's happening right now. So it's a present perfect continuous tense and it's not a completed action. That's why present perfect talks about an incompleted action. Look at the second example. The teacher has taught the class. It's a completed action. The teacher is not teaching now. The teacher has taught the class. It's a completed action with present perfect. I can say the same sentence with present perfect continuous. The teacher has been teaching the class since 9 a.m. So at 9 o'clock the teacher started teaching the class and still the teacher is teaching. The teacher has been teaching the class since 9 a.m. So still it's incompleted and it's ongoing. We use present perfect continuous tense. Hope it's done. Hope it's clear. Come to the second part. The second part, present perfect is used with different kinds of results. The result comes from the action being finished and the action which is finished, the result comes from the action itself. But in present perfect continuous tense, the result comes from the action itself that we can see, hear, smell or feel. This is the usage of present perfect continuous tense. Look at the example with present perfect and the example of present perfect continuous tense. I have eaten dinner, so let's go out. So the result comes from the action which is finished. The action is finished and it means we can go outside. I have eaten the dinner, I'm ready to go outside. But if we say this sentence with present perfect continuous tense, I have been eating the dinner, I have been eating the dinner, so there are plates all over the table. It means I just recently stopped eating, that's why the plates are everywhere on the table. And the present perfect continuous tense is used with this usage. The result of the action itself, the result of the action comes from the action itself, and we can see the table. On the table there are a lot of plates, and the plates are everywhere on the table. That's why the result of the action comes from the action itself. Okay, let's come to the second example. The second example is she has done all her homework, so she can relax this evening. The result of the action comes from the finished action. It means she's done about her homework and now it's time to relax. I haven't written this sentence in the present perfect continuous tense. I will just tell you because here I didn't have enough space, I didn't write it. If I say it in present perfect continuous tense, she has been doing all her homework, so she is tired. And we can see she's tired. The result, she's tired, comes from the action itself. And we can see it, we can feel it, and we can understand it. Sentence number 3. I have made a cake. Would you like some? It's a present perfect. And so the cake, it means right now it's ready and the action is done. It's ready to be eaten. And I'm asking you, would you like some? The result of the action comes from the finished action. If I say this in present perfect continuous tense, I can say, I have been making a cake. That's why the kitchen is such a mess. The kitchen is such a mess. We can see the cooking is done, making the cake is done, but I can see the mess in the kitchen and I can realize it. Hope it's clear. So the third part, both present perfect and present perfect continuous are used in the same way, and in this case there is no difference between present perfect and present perfect continuous tense. They express the same idea, the same meaning and the same concept, though with different structures. The first sentence here I have known Ahmad for 5 years. Especially with the state verbs, present perfect is used, and it talks about the actions started in the past, continues to the present, and might go to the future. So know, in here know is a state verb. I have known Ahmad for 5 years. So I got introduced with Ahmad 5 years ago, and still I know him. Of course I will know him in the future as well. Second sentence, she has been living here for 3 years. It's present perfect continuous tense, and we can say this sentence with present perfect as well. She has lived here for 3 years. She has been living here for 3 years. She has lived here for 3 years. Both give the same meaning, no difference. You can use both. Okay. Sentence number 3. I have studied French for 2 years. And I can say, I have been studying French for 3 years. No difference. They are both the same. They show exactly the same thing. No difference in meaning. So, in many cases, or in some cases, not many cases, in some cases, present perfect and present perfect progressive, both are used to talk about the actions started in the past, continues to the present, and may or may not go to the future. Hope it's clear and hope you understood the lesson. This was about the comparison of present perfect and present perfect continuous tense, and we come to an end. This is the end of the class, and let me remind you about your English. English is a language. Remember, to learn English you have to practice English, and I can suggest you, this is the best place, this is the best in Afghanistan to practice your English. I mean Afghanistan English Campus, and here we provide the best opportunities, the best facilities with professional teachers about English language. Thank you so much. Wish you all the best. Talk to you next time.